Hi, welcome back. You're watching Halftime Report. For now, the market holding firm, so about 270 points higher on the Sensex. The Nifty is up about 0.6%. A little bit more, enthusiasm coming through in the last few minutes of trade. So let's see what's doing well right now. Well, Tata Motors, Bajaj Auto, so some of these auto stocks are doing quite well. And, adding on a little bit more as we speak. So Tata Motors, in fact, now up 4.5%. Other than that, other stocks from the oil and gas space. So there's ONGC, IOC, GAIL, etc., which are seeing an up move of about 2 to 4%. There's Axis Bank, HDFC Life. So some financials as well are doing well. From the broader market, so we have stocks like, say, right now, BEML, a 10-11% up move as we speak. There's, of course, Vedanta, where, the rally now is almost 9%. So a lot of these stocks doing well. The mid-cap index, on the headline level, of course, just seeing, minus 70, 75 points in terms of a gain. But it's a day for banking stocks for sure. And we spoke about auto earlier on. So let's get in some corporate opinion from Motown. We spoke with Rajiv Bajaj, the MD of Bajaj Auto, to talk about the demand picture, their outlook, the trouble that Motown has been facing, and of course, their new investment at Chakan.
There has been a demand peak, as is the case every year around the festive time and just preceding it due to wholesales. And, everybody knows that demand has fallen off very sharply after that. Retails post mid-November and into December have at best been at the same level as last year, which is not great news because you know that last year we were already degrowing in the domestic market as an industry. In December last year, we did a total of 335,000 units roughly between domestic and exports, so all put together. I think we will be a little ahead of that this December. On the domestic front, with motorcycles, we would be basically, I think, on par with last year. So in terms of volume or share, I don't see significant growth. The last financial year, the three things that had hit the industry very hard and had together really pushed costs up, as you know, were related to insurance, the ABS norms, and BS6. But then we had three new surprises coming our way this year. First, there was this, lockdown, especially the manufacturing lockdown, which I will continue to believe was unnecessary. Then there was, the hit of the MEIS withdrawal in retrospect overnight, which hits a company like Bajaj Auto very hard. What I have seen of it when it was in the making, it seems that it would be very beneficial to a company like Bajaj Auto. And it could be that while with the MEIS, we had an export benefit of 2% on exports. This could be almost effectively between PLI stroke ROCTEP, it could be almost double of that.
Okay, so that's the management of Bajaj Auto, the stock up around 2.6% at this point in time. But let's talk about the entire telecom space. The telecom data for the month of October is out. Bharti Airtel, in fact, has added more subscribers than Jio for the third consecutive month, as Vodafone Idea now continues to lose market share and subscribers. Nitin Soni, who's the Senior Director Corporate Fitch Ratings, now joins in to discuss all of these statistics. Nitin, hi, welcome to the show. So what do you think about Bharti and the addition that we've seen for the third consecutive month?
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show. So we have been saying that this industry will further consolidate. Both Jio and Bharti will gain further revenue market share at the expense of Vodafone Idea. And we believe that Vodafone Idea will lose anywhere about 15 to 20 million customers each year in forward. And over half of that loss of customers from Vodafone Idea will be gained by Reliance Jio, and the balance going to Bharti. I believe Jio, having already garnered about 405 million customers, it's already their network is coping up with a large subscriber base. And we believe that they are now focusing on high quality customers rather than going for low ARPU customers. And that's the reason why we are saying that, why we are seeing that Bharti is gaining a bit more revenue market share. But having said that, the market execution of Jio is far exceeds, the other telcos. What we have seen in the last 2-3 years, Jio, maybe it's a matter of 1 or 2 quarters. I think Jio could come back and have a better market execution and will gain subscriber base.
Okay. Hi, Nitin. Good afternoon. Is it going forward the big trigger for Bharti? Will it continue to be this addition in telecom subscribers? What about the new, more liberalized DTH rules? How much of a benefit will that provide for Bharti Airtel?
So first of all, DTH is not a big contribution.
No, going forward.
Yeah. See, you have to look at Bharti from a point of view that so there are 3 buckets of revenue streams which is derived by Bharti. So 1/3 comes from Africa, 1/3 comes from wireless mobile, and the 1/3 comes from the non-mobile Indian business, which includes enterprise. Towers have now been they have after the merger of Indus and Infratel, they will deconsolidate Infratel. And DTH business obviously is a low segment, is a smaller segment, but will grow at a larger growth rate given the low penetration of the DTH business, as well as for the fiber broadband. A fiber broadband is a segment which we believe will grow a lot faster as Jio is going to enter the market. But generally on the tariff, I would like to say that there is an expectation that there will be an imminent tariff hike, and the average revenue per user, we expect it to reach around anywhere around 190 to 200 in the next 12 months. It could be sooner depending on how Vodafone Idea fundraising will go on, and at what point of time Vodafone Idea will come to the market and raise tariff, and we think that Bharti will welcome that move. And so there is an expectation that there is an imminent tariff hike which will benefit Bharti as well.
Okay. Nitin, I'll come to the tariff hike in just a bit for telecom, but I wanted to ask you about what you think the future would be for Vodafone, considering the kind of subscriber loss that they're seeing and what we're estimating even on an annual basis in terms of the loss in subscribers, anywhere between 15 to 20 million. Where does Vodafone go from here?
So first of all, we believe that this $3.4 billion fundraising they are doing in the market is insufficient to restore its competitive position, because for the size of this telecom company, they need to invest anywhere around $2 to $3 billion a year on capex to remain at a stable position to compete effectively against Jio and Bharti. So they need a large equity or a debt infusion in the company to continue to invest on capex. And it's a vicious circle. Once you lose subscriber base, you don't have the enough cash generation to invest in capex. And as your network further deteriorates, then you further on lose market share to the competition. So it's a very precarious situation for Vodafone Idea unless there is a large equity infusion from the sponsors or from an external party. It's very difficult for them to recover from this position. They could, in the future, marginalize into a regional telco rather than a pan-India telco. And going forward, as we know that the 4G spectrums are going auctions are going to happen. We believe they are not in a position to renew some of their spectrums, and very unlikely that they will bid for 5G spectrum auctions later on.
Okay, Nitin, we've completely run out of time for this conversation, so I just want a one-word answer. How much are you anticipating in terms of a possible hike in terms of telecom tariffs? When do you probably expect it to happen as well?
ARPU, we believe, should go up to 100 rupees levels in the next 12 months.
All right, Nitin, thanks very much for joining in. So that's the telecom snapshot for you. As we take a break, actually before that, let's get in the CNBC TV 18 year-ender market quiz. In case you missed our question at 12 noon, here it is again. Which company does not share the registered office PIN code area in Delhi with the others? Your options are A, Dabur, B, Havel, C, Interglobe Aviation, and D, Nestle. Remember, send us your answers on Twitter. Post your answer as a comment on the question tweet on the handle CNBC TV 18 News. Use the hashtag CNBC TV 18 Market Quiz and hurry up. Send in your answers, win exciting prizes through the day. For now, a quick break. On the other side, more on the uncertainty surrounding the US fiscal stimulus. Stay tuned.